Okay, I would like, as always, to welcome our visitors, those who are attending both here in chamber and those online. I now call to order the January 20th, 2022 regular Board of Aldermen meeting. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Alderman Osteen.
Here.
Alderman Morose.
Here.
Alderman Becker.
Here.
Alderman Rucker.
Here.
Alderman Schuman. Alderman Ross. Mayor Alvery.
Here. All right, we do have a quorum, and we'll move on. Our first item of business is always mayor's communication, and I really don't have anything, to share this evening. So we'll move on to citizens' communication. This is time set aside on the agenda for citizens and visitors to address the mayor and board on any topic that is not a public hearing, and there are no public hearings on tonight's agenda. For those here in person, speakers will be restricted to 3 minutes unless otherwise permitted. Minutes may not be donated or transferred from one speaker to another. Visitors attending via online will be in listen-only mode. Any questions or comments for the mayor and board may be sent to the city clerk at tberreth@osagebeach.org no later than 10 a.m. on the board meeting dates, which are the first and third Thursdays of each month. Submitted questions and comments may be read during the citizens' communication section of the agenda. The Board of Aldermen will not take action on any item not listed on the agenda, nor will it respond to questions, although staff may be directed to respond at a later time. The mayor and board welcome and value input and feedback from the public. Is there anyone here who would like to share with the board? Seeing none, we'll move on to our first item of business, which is the approval of the consent agenda. If the board desires, the consent agenda may be approved by a single motion. Tonight's agenda consists of the minutes of the January 6th special Board of Aldermen meeting, the January 6th, 2022 regular Board of Aldermen meeting minutes, and the January 20th, 2022 bills list. Are there any questions, comments, or proposed revisions?
Question?
Okay. Is that a motion, Kevin?
No, I have a question.
Okay, question, go ahead.
I just want to verify that Tara made the corrections to both sets of minutes that I talked to her about.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
all right. Are there any other questions or proposed revisions? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda with the corrections that the city clerk is already aware of?
So moved.
All right, Tyler, do we have a second?
Second.
Alderman Morose. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The consent agenda is approved. We move on to unfinished business. Our only unfinished business tonight requests a second reading of ordinance number 22.01, an ordinance of the city of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to sign a software as a service agreement with Tyler Technologies for an amount not to exceed $57,089 annually for the first 3 years under the new agreement. The first reading was approved at the January 6, 2022 meeting. Are there any comments from the Assistant City Administrator?
No, sir.
All right. Any questions from the board? With none, is there a motion to approve second reading?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Rucker, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Becker, roll call, please.
Alderman Morose.
Yes.
Alderman Rucker.
Yes.
Alderman Becker.
Yes.
Alderman Osteen.
Yes.
Alderman Ross. Alderman Schuman.
All right. Second reading passes. We move on to new business. Our first item of new business is requesting a first reading of bill number 22-03, an ordinance of the city of Osage Beach, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to sign a new 12-month agreement for the city's voice over IP phone system for an amount not to exceed $27,120. Assistant City Administrator, please.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the board. As the mayor said, this is just a 12-month contract. We could have gone up to 4 years if we wanted to, but our IT managed service partner during our year-end meeting had brought up to me that there are some emerging technologies in this particular industry that we should be taking a look at. That did not give me enough time to really dive into that stuff before I got to the renewal for our existing agreement, so we kind of made a compromise. We're going to stay with Mitel for 1 more year, and then during this year, we're going to kind of further investigate some of these possible upgrades that we may do either with Mitel or with another group, and then come back and either renew with Mitel or move on after we investigate some of these other technologies. / is telling me that there's the opportunity that we might find some savings in this, so I thought it was worth investigating. So that's why I only went with the 12-month contract. Some good news on this, though. I was able to reduce the monthly price by about $200 a month from what we were paying before, so I thought that was pretty nice. Anyway, just a 12-month contract, just looking to renew, do some research, and then move forward with different contract in 2023. I recommend approval, sir.
All right. You're sharpening your negotiation skills, and that's good. All right, any questions or comments from the board? Yes, Bob.
I have one, Mike, and this goes back to your comments regarding this, and it's just because I was confused on some of the numbers. On the very last part of on page 2, it states, with this new 1-year contract, we will pay $1909.65 plus taxes and surcharges, an estimated average of $350 per month. I'm not sure what that meant.
Right, sorry for the confusion. The taxes and surcharges are not like a flat fee every month. It's kind of a moving target. So I'm just estimating for you that is usually what we pay for the taxes and surcharges. Okay. And since I don't have an actual number that they're going to charge us every month, I just kind of estimated that.
Okay. That's all. I just I couldn't quite grasp that number.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve first reading?
So moved.
Alderman Becker, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Alderman Osteen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading passes. Our next item is requesting a motion to approve the purchase of one 2022 Ford F-150 Super Cab 4x4 at a cost not to exceed $27,707 from Joe Mocken Ford Lincoln off the State of Missouri contract number CC 220-107002. Building official, please.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the board. This vehicle will replace one of the current building department fleet vehicles. We had a Ford Explorer. During our original budget hearings, I proposed the purchase of a replacement Ford Explorer. However, since that time, I've had conversations with city staff, and we have concluded that with consideration to our varying departmental responsibilities and current vehicle purchase prices and future resale values, it's in our overall best interest to purchase the Ford F-150. We do recommend approval. And this is, it was budgeted at $28,000. This cost is below that budget.
All right, thank you very much. Questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Alderman Osteen and then Alderman Morose. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Any opposed? The motion is approved. Our next item is requesting a motion to approve the purchase of a new Chevrolet Silverado 1500 crew cab, four-wheel drive from Don Brown Chevrolet off the State of Missouri contract number CC 220-107001 for an amount not to exceed $29,182. Parks and Recreation Manager, please.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the board. This is the purchase that was approved within the budget, and we're using the state bid. This will replace the one-ton truck, dump truck that we have currently, and I recommend approval.
All right, thank you. Questions or comments? Yes, Bob.
What color are we getting?
What?
What color?
White, I
White.
think.
Was hand reading there, and I saw all the options and thought, ooh, look at that.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like.
I like shadow gray.
Choose something fun.
Just curious.
Any other comments? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Alderman Morose and second, Alderman Osteen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is approved. Our next item is requesting a motion to approve the purchase of an odor control digester from McIntyre Management Group for the Sands Lift Station on Basin Road for an amount not to exceed $145,000. Public Works Operations Manager, please.
Thank you, Mayor and the Board. In the ongoing goal to move away from expensive and ineffective chemical-based odor control, the purchase of this digester will neutralize the longtime problematic sewer odors in the surrounding areas of Passover and Andy's Custard on Osage Beach Parkway, with oxygenation and disinfecting ozone gas generated by special lamps. This system has a very low operating cost and a payback of 4 to 5 years. We are currently paying $1,000 a month for equipment that's existing now at Sands Lift Station, as well as $4.75 a gallon for the Alcogen, which is the chemical-based odor control we've been employing for a number of years. And I recommend approval.
All right. Questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Alderman Becker, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Rucker. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion does carry. Our final item tonight, request a motion to approve the purchase of water meters and parts from Schulte Supply for an amount not to exceed $128,604.96. Public Works Operations Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. The age of the water system is making it necessary for more frequent water meter replacement due to meter failures. Over 600 meters in the system are 15 years old or more and reaching the end of their service life. These 300 meters should get us through 2022. We made a similar order of the similar size last year as well. However, this issue may need to be addressed in a standalone project to adequately get in front of it. I would add that we seem to be kind of on a bell curve where we're coming up and we're approaching a number of failures that I've seen this before in other cities where we're starting that ramp in the bell curve. And so when I say we may have to address this, in a standalone project, we might have to get in front of it in a way that will make a purchase much larger than this to get out in front of the predicted failures, just again, due to the age of the meters in the system. But we believe that these 300 meters should get us through the end of the year, as well as for new construction. These aren't just for failures, these are for meters throughout the whole system, replacing failed meters and obviously the new construction as well. And I recommend purchase.
All right, thank you. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Alderman Morose, do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Becker, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion does pass. All right. It's time to move on to communications. We start with communications from members of the Board of Aldermen. Alderman Morose.
I really have nothing other than just everybody stay safe and stay warm.
All right. Alderman Osteen.
I have no comments this evening.
Alderman Becker.
I have nothing, thank you.
Alderman Rucker.
I have nothing, sir.
You don't want the rest of us to stay warm? Like you.
I'm sending warm thoughts your way.
You're sending us some warm thoughts. Can't ask for
I'll
anything
try
more
to
than
get some
that,
of the
I tell
weather to
you.
go that way too.
All right. Staff, City Administrator,
I have nothing.
City Attorney.
Who am I to interrupt the rolling the table? I have nothing.
All right. City Clerk.
Nothing.
Chief.
I'm not changing anything.
Okay. City Planner.
Nothing.
City Treasurer. HR.
Nothing.
Parks.
I'd like to welcome Tate Looney to our park staff. So
Great.
full-time.
Hey.
Tate Looney, full-time park staff. We're excited to have him.
Good. Public Works Operations Manager.
Nothing for the board, sir.
All right. Assistant City Administrator.
I have nothing.
Building official.
Just real quick, the elevator project's going as expected. Thank you.
Do you have any idea how long that's going to take?
It feels like we're dragging this on now, John. Our estimated time of completion is the last of January, so we're hoping to be done before February.
Okay, great. All right, super. Well, all right, then our business for this evening is complete and we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, impressive. That's the quickest meeting that I've been in a long time.
Probably.
For the record, I guess that's the first time I spoke.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to drag it out.
For a reason he didn't talk, Ron, did you threaten him?